This is my annual roster review, so some people might have moved up from last year and vice versa. Alright, so let's begin. Let me show you the tiers. At the very bottom, we got don't like, annoying / tainted. Not much care, self-explanatory. Neutral / okay / sure. You know, they're kind of just like whatever, they're okay. Next tier, these are the people that I like / enjoy. This is where I actually start to feel something in the positive direction, I guess. And then this next tier here, these are people I'm actually invested in and I'm looking forward to seeing who I tune in for. And then of course, Asuka. So, let's get started. I want to start with these, because both of these two, Charlotte and Becky, have actually upgraded in my books. Last year, they were down here. I gave my reasons. If you want to find out, watch that video. I'm not going through all that again. There's 111 people here. This year, they've upgraded to not much care. No, I'm joking. I'm actually okay with Charlotte, and I'll start with Charlotte for now. I'm actually okay with her right now. Historically, my main problem with Charlotte mostly comes down to booking. This is probably the most likable she's been, character-wise, I guess. Now, not to say that I got finessed by them sticking her with Alexa for that rub. I don't really have too much care for that storyline. Like, she's less obnoxiously pushed down our throat. There's a reason why when she came back and immediately won the Rumble, like people were like, oh shit, here we go. But yeah, right now she's neutral, okay. Now for Becky Lynch. Hold on, checkpoint. Because she might low-key be at the bottom of I like / enjoy. Her heel work at the moment, it's been good. She's done a decent job for the Intercontinental title. It's seen as way more prestigious than the US at the moment, and she's partly responsible for that. But mostly I'm speaking character-wise, I guess, but I still don't know if I could put her in here. I guess I could, probably low end of I like / enjoy. The only thing I don't like, I'll say my nitpick with her at the moment, or as of late, again, this is like a creative thing and continuity of story. Why is she scared of people like AJ Lee and Maxine Dupree? That doesn't make any sense historically considering who she is. And it's not even like it's a case of where you can argue, oh, well, she's a heel now, that's why she's scared. It's like, no, you can't do that because she was a heel when they decided to have her bury Bianca in like 20 seconds, whatever that was. So I guess I'll leave her here for now. She'll probably naturally drop as more people start filling this tier. Who's next? I guess we'll do Alexa Bliss, and she's kind of tied to this. So the last time I really liked Alexa Bliss was probably Evil Alexa, her work with Bray Wyatt. I feel like since she's come back, I've kind of just been waiting to see if she was going to join the Wyatt Six or not. Looks like she's not going to, which I don't care or not care too much about that, especially seeing what the Wyatt Six is. I mean, I guess it would help if she did join, but we'll get to the Wyatt Six when we get to them. But I think right now I put her like, okay. She's like high neutral for me right now. Next, I guess while it's fresh on the mind, let's do this Austin Theory thing. Okay, so Austin Theory. As of right now, I guess at the time of this video again, he's teamed with Bronson Reed since joining the division, essentially. We don't know how good or not this is going to turn out. I can say this though, I do like and enjoy Austin Theory based on what I'm seeing so far right now and where I think this is going, but I think it's too soon for me to, I'm not going to throw him up here just yet. Okay, since we're on the topic of the vision, let's just go through all the vision guys. Okay, Bronson Reed. I like Bronson. I can't really put him that much higher because from what creative's looking like, it feels like the whole purpose of this group is for Braun Breaker more than anything. Now, not to say that Bronson looks bad. I forgot Logan Paul was in the group. Hold on. Okay, so out of the whole group, we already know that they want Braun Breaker. I don't know if I should let that ruin what's happening for now this year, but sometimes it's hard not to look ahead when you can call the whole storyline start to finish before it even happened. But anyways, so yeah, just baseline as a character, Bronson Reed, you know, he's pretty badass. He's done some cool shit. He's wreaked havoc. Either way, I know that I like / enjoy Bronson Reed. Too many Brons. Braun Breaker. I can say I am actually a little bit more invested when it comes to Braun Breaker. I do like Braun Breaker. I know that. How they handle him, that's going to be a whole different thing. But at the moment, I like him. I like his character. I like when they let him be a little bit more unhinged. I feel like I'm one of the few ones that actually like him on the mic. I think it fits his character, how he speaks. I don't know why people seem to want this guy to speak in like old English or some shit. He's a Steiner, stop it. Scott Steiner's old, like I know he's not his son, but there's a video on YouTube like Scott Steiner versus the English language. They're supposed to sound like meatheads. This guy's literally got a dog barking gimmick. Like, so yeah, Braun Breaker I got there. Who's next? Tozawa, not much care. Otis, not much care. LA Knight. I look out for LA Knight, I'd say. Granted, he'll probably end up on like the lower end of this. Cause it's sad to say, like I've kind of given up on them, although they might be setting it up now. Like there's rumors that, or there's theories and I guess speculation, predictions that they're holding off on him so that he can return for the Rumble and then maybe win the Rumble, I guess, is what people are thinking is going to happen with him. I could kind of see that. If that's not what they're doing, I think it's just over for LA Knight altogether in WWE. So yeah, I'm kind of prepared for that. So anyways, LA Knight, I am invested and I look for, but it is what it is. Let's go Javon Evans. This is an interesting one. I forgot to mention, there's going to be like only a few NXT people on here because like I said, I don't really watch NXT, but even not in doing so, sometimes some people do slip through the cracks and they get on my radar for one reason or another. So at the moment, I see there's a lot of hype surrounding Javon Evans. I don't want to say almost too much hype, but all I'm going to say is this. I don't think you can necessarily fumble Javon, but what I'm saying is the people hyping him up, I don't know how far they're expecting him to go. Like, are they expecting him to finish the story and become the next WWE champion? Like, United States title, IC title, I think that's a given. Will they give this guy the big one ever? I don't know. But to the people hyping him up, is that what you're expecting? Because all I'm saying there is, don't expect that anytime soon, at least. In fact, actually, this is probably the youngest I've seen in a while anybody from NXT get called up, if they do call him up. I do definitely like and enjoy him. Where would I put him? Obviously for Javon, it's probably more about the in-ring as far as why people like him. The criticism he gets is what, he's like too skinny or whatever. I think that's only a problem if you're expecting like WWE championship and stuff like that. So I wouldn't really use that as a criticism because Dominic Mysterio isn't exactly like a beast and he's getting by at the moment. My favorite thing Javon Evans does, funny enough, isn't even a high flying move, is that suplex kip up thing. But yeah, I think Javon's definitely, he's only gonna get better. Again, there's a pattern here. But whenever it comes to in-ring, I got to keep reminding folk. All the people in WWE that you think are so great, there's a reason for that. It's not a coincidence. It's because they're not performance center babies. People act like Javon is because he's only like 20 or whatever, 21, whatever his age is. But people who think Seth Rollins is like the greatest fucking wrestler on the planet, he's not a performance center baby either. As tribalistic as he's come off on record, he himself has the indie come up. He's had wrestling experience before performance center ass WWE. But yeah, Javon, I think he's been wrestling since he's like 13, I heard. So yeah, he's got a lot of experience under his belt, even though he's already young as far as wrestling. He was even in AEW for a minute. But yeah, I can already see like Javon is going to have a lot of highlights to give, if nothing else. I'm more comfortable using the Jeff Hardy comparison with somebody like Javon Evans. Because I've seen, first of all, everybody, I don't know why everybody likes to compare people to Jeff Hardy. But this one I'll give you. The Jey Uso one's friggin' ridiculous, but this one at least actually kind of makes a little bit of sense. Anyways, while we're on kind of topic, Obafemi. Now, I absolutely am looking forward to some Obafemi. Now, if they fumble Obafemi, I know for damn sure they're doing this shit on purpose, Triple H. Because there's no way you fumble this guy. Because with people like Carmelo Hayes, which let's pull him up here. Where is he? They just gave him the US championship at the point of this video. But with people like Carmelo, the plausible deniability is still in place for people to say like, oh, well, he's not going to be world champion because he's too small or something. Same thing with Javon Evans. Oh, he's too skinny, whatever. Because we've already seen he's good on the mic. He's got a believable look, more believable than your current WWE gate-kept ass Northern Star champion Cody Rhodes. So if you're denying this, you're doing that shit on purpose. In that one appearance versus Cody Rhodes even, he already had some crowd reaction, people doing his chant or whatever, which that doesn't often really happen. But yeah, a lot of people excited for Obafemi, me included. So yeah, Carmelo Hayes, like I said, just won the US championship. I do look out for Carmelo too. I'd put him probably just behind Oba at the moment. Oh, I didn't finish Division. I forgot I was gonna do that first. Logan Paul. Logan Paul is a character I'm okay with. He hasn't done too much for me solo to like invest any further, but like I'm all right with him as a character on screen. It's whatever. Okay, so Seth Rollins. So last year Seth was down here because this guy, he was tainted. I keep hearing shit every time this guy go on a podcast or does an interview or something. This guy's saying some shit that make him look or sound ridiculous in one way or another. I didn't like his freaking cackling ass character at the time. Granted, lately his character is less annoying because there's a lot less of that happening. So I guess 2025 Vision Seth Rollins. Not much care. Wait. This is ordered within tiers, by the way, if you didn't notice. Do I put him above Tozawa? For the sake of his importance to the main plot, I guess for now, he'll have to be. Okay, so Dominic Mysterio will do next. I was most invested in Dominic, I think, with the whole him, Rhea, and Liv storyline. Like, this is mostly character work for me. Speaking of which, or speaking of Rhea, let's get this out of the way. I don't remember where I had her last year, but I'm pretty neutral on her at the moment. So I'm going to put her around here. I will say this though, at least lately the Super Rhea stuff has kind of toned down a little bit, so I guess I gotta give them credit for that. Oh, I guess Io's right here. So Io Sky, I actually look for Io. This is more of an in-ring thing, but as a character I can still get behind it. Subtitles or not, get mad. Drew McIntyre. Okay, I do want to talk about this. Drew freaking McIntyre, dude. Again, at the time of this video, I have so much problems with Drew's booking. It's crazy. This guy is booked ridiculous for the size and the look of this guy. Now, he's about to get another chance at the WWE Championship. If he fails again versus Cody Rhodes, like, I can't at this point. They have this guy running scared of Cody Rhodes, restraining orders or whatever it is, you can't touch me clauses. Cody Rhodes appearing at this guy's house and Drew's scared. What do you mean you're scared? Claymore kick this guy. That's it. We're supposed to sit here and believe that Drew McIntyre is scared of the stature of Cody Rhodes, unarmed. I can't. They made his character such a loser coward that I can't. I guess he's a killer. You're not supposed to like him. I guess it's freaking mission successful because they've done it for so long that I can't. Sometimes I can ignore that if the character has at least done something else or anything at all, at least. But no, Drew's just like a complete loser at the moment. This guy's been crying for years at this point, whether it was versus CM Punk and whoever else he's faced. CM Punk being another guy he should just like be flatlining. Did I talk about this? I'm definitely talked about this in one of the videos, but where's Roman? I was talking about before in another video. The importance of rivalries is what really brings things to next level. The rivalry should not have been Cody versus Roman. The whole Cody finished the story thing didn't even have anything to do with Roman. It was just that he was holding the belt at the time. Cody's whole thing was he wanted to hold the championship that his father never got, whatever. That doesn't require Roman being the champ for that to be the story. They just turned it into that, and then now we're supposed to believe that this is like this generation's Rock Austin or something. But as far as like a physique standpoint, Drew versus Reigns, if that became a better, well fleshed out story, and they made that a rivalry while Reigns was tribal chief and then maybe Drew was the babyface, guaranteed that would have been closer to a Rock Austin dynamic without being Rock and Austin, obviously. That'd be their own thing. But that would be hype because it's more of a believable like size comparison for one, which is important, and everything else. Drew's good on the mic. Roman was a badass character, tribal chief and all this. Good on the mic also. You could have absolutely had Drew carry the company. I don't know what happened there. But yeah, as of right now, 2025, Drew McIntyre. I know I still like Drew. Every now and then I guess he'll get to talk shit to somebody to where he'll at least get some kind of shine. But when it comes game time, they just have this guy losing. Aside from when he's crying, when I'm talking about. Oh. Anyways, I do not enjoy Drew right now. I don't. In the current state of his character, I don't enjoy it. Trying to be as patient as I can, basically. Because I know it's there. They're just not letting him do it. Well, hopefully this video or this portion of the video ages terribly and they let him win. It's not going to be clean because they're fucking cowards, but, you know, whatever. Roman Reigns. Let's do Roman since he's here. Now, this guy barely even around. This is definitely not Tribal Chief Roman, so I wouldn't say I look for him because every time he appears, I know he's probably just going to be gone again in a second, so he's probably just here to do a quick little thing. Like, everybody talking about everybody retiring in 2026 or whatever. He might be one of them, low-key, and we just don't know it yet. Okay, now let's go. Here we go. Actually, let's do Cody. Well, we were kind of just talking about him. I think I actually just got to put him here. I'm dead serious. Cody, I've got not much care for. I didn't need the two-peat of the Royal Rumble wins, the two-peat back-to-back Mania main events. I didn't need him to regain the title off of John Cena to then have another boring reign. Again, the gatekeeping of this belt is crazy. Until they turn this guy heel and he dyes his hair back black or something, I don't know if there's anything that they can do for me to gain interest on him. I'm dead serious when I say I've been watching clips of this. Stardust is a more interesting character than Cody Rhodes. People make fun of Cody for Stardust all the time. Stardust is absolutely could have worked. He might not be world champion material as far as who they would want to put the belt on. The Stardust character absolutely could peak higher in entertainment. I forget, does anybody know why he hated it so much? I think people only make fun of it in hindsight more than anything. Like, I don't remember too many like embarrassing moments or anything like that. Like what's so different from Goldust to Stardust? Like, obviously Goldust was a complete joke character, but Stardust didn't have to be that. Stardust could have made for a good like troll character or whatever. But yeah, anyways. Okay, why at 6? Hold up, let me get the whole circus out here. Okay, so I'm gonna be honest. I will say this when it comes to the WWE product as a whole, as opposed to other wrestling promotions. Whenever I'm watching WWE, I constantly get this feeling. I'm not sure if I'm the only one. These guys lead into the contribution of this, what I'm about to say, heavily to reinforce my point. But when I'm watching WWE, like when I watch AEW, I feel like I'm watching a wrestling show. When I watch WWE, a lot of times I feel like I'm watching some weird high school play, and the Wyatts do not help with this at all. like they come off like the weird kids. With Bo Dallas, it's not that bad, I noticed. I think it mostly comes down to Joe Gacy and Dexter Lumis that give this vibe off so much. I guess Nikki Cross to a degree too. Because like even from down to their like gear, like what are these guys wearing? They should have gave them more badass outfits or something. Because again, you look at them and it just looks like the weird kids from high school or something. I don't want to explain it. When it comes down to it, the only one I kind of like from the group, and it gets a pass from me, obviously, like this is a good tribute to his brother to be able to be doing this character. And again, I did like it at first when they first debuted, but the way how they've been presented and handled since then it kind of threw off the aura levels. I'll say I'm okay with at least Bo Dallas at the moment. But these two as tag champions, I can't say I care. Eric Rowan, I guess I slightly have, for whatever reason, a little bit more sympathy for Eric, because at least he was actually closer to when it comes to the original Wyatt family or whatever. And then Nikki Cross, I do think she comes off a less cringe or whatever. I think she's probably up here with Uncle Howdy. Okay, let's do the Secret Hervis. Alba Fire. I will, not her fault, but I will forever be salty that they got rid of Isla Dawn just to put Alba Fire into a worse group tag team wise. Oh shit, Chelsea, I meant to do Piper Niven. The Secret Hervis is like maybe kind of funny for the first like initial shit. So yeah, Chelsea Green. I do like Chelsea as a character, but it doesn't carry so hard to where I can put her any higher than this. She's funny or whatever. She's basically on her way to being female R-Truth at this point, if they don't ever let her do anything. Speaking of R-Truth, I'm just gonna do this now because I'm so disappointed. Every time R-Truth's on my screen right now, I hate to do this. I can't. I absolutely cannot. Anytime they got this guy doing anything funny after the whole what just happened, I don't have to re-explain it, because it feels like, unless I'm wrong, it felt like he didn't want to even, like he wanted to be serious. That's what I took from this. I believed him when he said he wanted to do Ron killings. Now either he did and then they decided, no, we're not gonna let you do that, and then he just said, okay, fine, I'm not trying to get fired again, so let me just be funny. But even by principle, I just can't. This guy was, again, at the time of this video, this guy just this past freaking Smackdown, I'm filming this on a Saturday, this past Friday Smackdown, this dude is dressed up as a rabbit doing a 5-knuckle shuffle. I can't. I just finished talking about how WWE is basically for toddlers at this point, and then they want to show me R-Truth as a rabbit not even 24 hours later, Tozawa as an elf, and whatever else happened. I didn't even, oh, where is he? Okay, he's not on here. Oh no, he is. And then he got Joe Hendry. let's do this while it's fresh. Joe Hendry. People hyping Joe Hendry up. Again, I said I know him as a meme, that's about it. He's a meme on the entrance, then he gets in the ring, and now he's Elias. What am I missing? Somebody explain to me Joe Hendry. We walking, we running, what are we doing? That being said, I'll say I'm okay with him, but yeah, I'll put him above Howdy. Motor City Machine Guns. Epic signing. I'll only put him at the top of here for the in-ring as a tag team, but they really doing nothing with these guys. Should have went to AEW. Rey Mysterio, I like. Shouts to Rey Mysterio, the longevity. This guy's still moving well. If I had to guess, he's probably got one more big storyline in him that involves Dominic before he retires. It seems like it's what's about to happen, but yeah. Okay, the Lucha Brothers. Penta and Rey Fenix. I'm sure I'm not the only one who thinks this, based on presentation and everything else, but I like Penta a lot more than Rey Fenix. Or I think he's cooler than Rey Fenix, I'll say. I like his look more. I like his entrance more. In ring, I might like low-key Rey Fenix more, slightly. But as a full character, Penta. I'll put Phoenix about here. Hold on, Phoenix above Rey? I'll keep it like this. Oh, I just saw that. Don't even get me started on this. I might have to talk about this. I didn't know how many rants were hidden, or potential rants were hidden in this tier list. So Maven has a YouTube. And the reason why I'm calling Maven in specific, Stevie Richards does too, by the way. I never thought I'd have to talk about this. Is Zoey Stark's injury. When she did the drop kick, it was like a multi-woman match or whatever. And then she springboard drop kicked into the ring, and then Kairi Sane was too far away. And then she like twisted her leg up and all that, whatever, right? That happened in like, what, the summer or something like this? So again, leave it to Twitter blue check marks to try and resurface this drama as of yesterday from when I'm filming this, to try and farm engagement. Just resurface the whole shit. Trying to throw more hate towards Kairi or whatever. Because lo and behold, that's what's like happening in the... It's like, okay, first of all, are all you seeing this for the first time? How are you rematting? That's a word now. over this whole thing. Or I guess maybe that's what happened. Maybe Maven, I don't know when he uploaded the video on this topic. If he's only doing it now, it's kind of fucking late. But anyways, so Maven on his YouTube channel reviewed the clip and he had the brain dead ass take that it was Kairi's fault essentially. Dog, do we have to, I'm gonna have to pull up this fucking video and review it ourselves. We're gonna watch it from this view. So it was this multi-woman match. Where does it happen? Okay, I guess it happens here. Okay, so Zoey let me break this down for people who I guess need an actual breakdown. Okay, we'll play from here. Okay, so she hits the head scissors. Rhea rolls out the ring, right? Now the next thing Kairi's about to do, if I remember correctly, we'll see in a second, is she's about to dive out the ring. Okay, so watch this, right? Is that what happens? Okay, so she's over here. Meanwhile, Zoey's just waiting the whole time because she's gonna do her springboard dropkick, right? So Kairi's here. She's getting into position. Meanwhile, bear in mind what I'm about to say and what's about to happen. WWE literally encourages this behavior as for dramatic effect and shit. So she's here. Kairi's right here. And Kairi is telegraphing that she is about to dive to the outside so that the crowd sees that this is what's about to happen. Whether it's going to be a suicide dive, whatever. But for whatever reason, before she even starts running, Zoey Stark goes for the psychic read on when she's going to start running before she actually has yet. Why? If I had to guess, probably because she thought the psychic read would look better if she timed it right. But as we can see, that's dangerous as hell. Like literally, just wait till she starts running. But somehow, people are trying to make this Kairi's fault. Again, if somebody can climb up the top turnbuckle and have 8 people waiting for fucking 7 seconds for the person before they finally like do a moonsault to the outside and they all tumble down like freaking bowling pins. If we can wait for that, then this also could be waited for. But now Kairi's catching heat because Zoey decided to jump before Kairi even started moving. How is that Kairi's fault? And because Kairi has botched like other things before, now people just like freaking brain off like logic. Oh, this must be Kairi's fault too because she's botched before in her history. But then Maven said that Kairi was way too far. Like he was basically saying that Kairi should have been in the middle of the ring. When? Like literally just don't jump until she starts moving. What do you mean? I'm trying not to actually see the leg bend. That's just disgusting. But look at the timing of this jump. This is clearly on Zoey Stark, and I like Zoey Stark. I don't know what her opinion is, or if she's trying to blame Kairi too, or whatever. But I'm not throwing heat towards any of these two in the ring. Accidents happen, or botches happen, whatever. But this is clearly, like, to say this is Kairi's fault when she had no contact with the person, that's crazy. This is the most ridiculous shit. She's already, like, about to spring. Because Zoey's thing before this, didn't she, like, concuss, like, Dakota Kai it was or something? The same move. Dakota Kai was also kind of, like, it was off of, if I remember the sequence, she was Irish whipped off of the ropes. She jumped over, you know, the prone body or whatever. And then on the way back, like the footing was awkward for how she was supposed to like go into being able to take the move. And then she just ate shit basically. Well, she fell on her back, but you know, you get the point. And then she like just hit the ground hard. But yeah, to blame this on Kairi is fucking ridiculous. That's some psychic read shit that she was going for. Like Kairi doesn't run at like fucking 80,000 miles per hour. Like if she just timed it to jump as soon as Kairi actually turned to face her and start running, she would have been about here anyway. If not, Kairi would have obviously more control to stop than she would in midair. But yeah, I shouldn't even have to fucking explain that shit. That shit, hearing Maven say that, hold up.
I actually place a little bit of blame here on Kairi saying, don't think she was in the right position.
Not doing it. Anyways, moving on. Okay, so last we saw her, that was on some what, Pure Fusion Collective shit. I'm not gonna hold that against her. I know Zoey's got some entertainment to give. She's got some cool shit. She got a few moves that I like. And obviously the Z360, not that we see that often, but the Z360 is obviously hype. But she does this springboard thing off not that, but it's like some weird corkscrew senton little thing that she does off of the ropes into the ring. So yeah, Zoey Stark, we'll put in like and joy. I was gonna put her higher, but I guess she's been gone for a lot of that. And again, Pure Fusion Collective isn't really helping. Kairi Sane. Kairi, I'm gonna put about here. She's been involved in storylines that I've liked. I do look for Kairi Sane on my screen. Sami Zayn. Where does Sami Zayn land in 2025? The last time I really liked Sami Zayn was Honorary Uce. Before that and like after that, he's always like kind of on and off with me on like the levels of annoying that he seems to be booked into when it comes to character. But yeah, Sami Zayn, at the moment, I'm kind of, I guess, okay with. I'd say he's probably about here with some in-ring carry, I guess. Shinsuke, let's get Shinsuke out of here real quick. He's about here when it comes to the levels of not much care. They did this guy dirty. Shinsuke's done. Okay, we're gonna do the whole Bloodline collective. I guess let's start with freaking MFT shit. I freaking hate that name. Okay, just straight off the bat, not much care. I guess I gotta kind of put them above Wyatt 6. But yeah, like I said, I've got Bloodline fatigue at this point. I can't. Solo on his own though. I'll put him like here. All right, now the Usos. Jey Uso, this will be interesting. Oh my god. I think he might actually be the first don't like as a character or annoying / tainted. The fans could be to blame for this. And low-key Triple H. Because Triple H be doing things to try and like annoy us as fans. Which is why that moment, what was it, when Cena tapped out, I think it was the post-show, not the press conference, but they're sitting at the little table. They heckled something at him. And then Triple H, acting like he's not bothered with it, he looks back and he's like, I thought it would be a lot louder. It's like, dude, okay, like that's your people. You always want to talk down on the internet, talking about how they're not the real fans. And then you got the real fans like behind you. And now you're like low-key trying to devalue them. I guess the internet showed up to the live audience that night. Jimmy Uso. The difference is actually this crazy. I got Jimmy about probably here. But yeah, Jay, I guess I'll explain this more because this looks a bit extreme that he's the only one here so far. Like, I'm not here for the entrance hype. I do not like how when the Usos are tagging, they're using Jay's theme, like just use the Uso tag team theme. Doesn't want to be known as just an entrance, but has to do his entrance in specific, even when he's tag teaming. Like, that doesn't make any sense. Like, what are we doing? Running it back mid-Wargate? Like, oh my god. That was probably Triple H's idea too. He's like, oh, you know who's gonna hate this? The internet's gonna hate this. Jacob Fatu as a character, I do like. There is some entertainment to be had if they book him correctly. So based on how the year went, I guess I'll have him about here though. Nia Jax. So I think I explained this last time, but Nia Jax's character, she's so good at being like the right level of annoying to where the portion of the audience that gets mad at it or that hates her is funny to me. Above Theory and stuff like this probably looks crazy, but it's because we haven't seen much of a Theory yet. Theory was missing for a while. Street Profits. So Street Profits, I guess, had a couple big moments, if it's the right year that I'm thinking of. They had a triple threat TLC? They had a good performance in that, and then the next big thing that they went on to do was win the tag team titles. Was that from that match? I can't remember, but yeah. Either way, I already know I like Street Profits. I do look for them. I'll put them this high. I'll put Street Profits over Penta. Like, if they furthered any kind of storyline that involved, I won't say them breaking, if they did at least something, at least more significant storyline-wise, I probably would have even put them a little bit higher, but yeah. They're like, oh, here, have your title reign. All you Street Profits fans. All right, Jesus. Trick Williams. Let's just do Trick Williams now. I'm hyped for this call-up. It looks like he's about to be call-up too at the time of this video. Him, Javon. Either WWE has seen the situation, like they finally discovered or realized the situation that they're in, that they have not been creating new talent or new stars or whatever, building up anyone else. They like, now granted, they already had people on the main roster that they could have built. But the fact that they're already like, well, Trick's been in NXT for a while. But again, the fact that they're calling up Javon seemingly this early and Trick, I don't know if that's saying that they're going to do big things with these guys or what, but I'm still excited for Trick either way. I'll be optimistic for the moment. I'm hoping for good things, but yeah, I definitely do like Trick Williams. I got him probably up here. Might even be above Carmelo at the moment. I already can kind of telegraph the ceiling where his ceiling's at as far as in the eyes of the company. If I had to guess, I feel like they've put his ceiling a little bit higher, which is funny because everybody else was saying that like Carmelo was the better of the two as far as potential goes. Okay, Creed brothers, let's get rid of them real quick. I enjoy Julius for sure in the ring. I think I put him about here. I definitely like them as a tag team, but there is a little bit of a gap individually when it comes to in-ring. I might even have to... Oh, that's actually like crazy. We need to see more of them. Ivy Nile, I've had high hopes for Ivy Nile. They just kind of haven't been booking her as such or whatever. She was gone forever, and then literally I make a video calling out like, where is she? And then the next episode, just conveniently as shit, she just appears. Like they heard me or something. But then it's like for the purpose seemingly of feeding her to Maxine Dupree, who in my opinion she should not be losing to. So yeah, it doesn't look like they are gonna really like push her or anything, but I still do like Ivy Nile. Just let her do like Dragon Sleeper motherfuckers. Like, jeez, this shit was tight. Tight. Ludwig Kaiser. I'm gonna count this as current El Grande. I think I was talking a little bit about this recently. I do like his work as El Grande. I thought he was doing a really good job. I don't like that they added these 2 new sidekicks though. Solo Kaiser, El Grande, Romero Kaiser. I'll keep him about here. Oh, the Miz. Let's get the Miz out of here. I'm done with the Miz. The Miz is the biggest finesse ever. Like, if you're a Miz fan, I feel sorry for you because this guy ain't gonna go on to do anything big ever again. You're just holding on to legacy at this point. Again, this guy got the most losses in WWE history. And then you're gonna come out here and cut the promo of his life to try and get you to believe that he's about to win some shit and then lose anyway. New Day? Oh, I didn't do New Day yet. I like New Day. As much as they fumbled this storyline too. Liv Morgan. Well, I'll put her here. Raquel. I do like Raquel. If they book her how they should be booking her from this point on at the time of this video, it looks like they're setting up some beef between her and Roxanne, I think, which might lead into her versus Liv. This might just be her breakout if they do it right. I've been saying this whole time she should have been a big deal in the women's division already. She's got the size for it. The moveset's there. The finisher's badass as hell. They could just do it. I could not stand when I had to watch, I think last year, her go up against Rhea Ripley, and I could not invest because I just knew that there was no freaking chance in hell that this was gonna like look even, let alone her have a chance at winning. Again, on the point of rivalries, Raquel versus Rhea could be another big thing. But yeah, Raquel, a beast. A good Tahana bomb, I stick by it. That's one of the craziest looking women's finishers in my top 3 probably. Probably about here though, because this is character work carry. I'll keep her here for now. JD McDonough, JD's cool, solid in the ring. JD's moonsault, he might have the best one low-key, aside from like obviously the setup of the prettiest moonsault is what people like, the double bounce. Finn Balor, this is almost the same case as like the Miz. Like, I have to let go of the fact that Finn, I talk about this every time, I feel like the fact that this guy never got another chance at the top at the belt. One injury, but I'm still gonna have him up here. Roxanne Perez, I'm really liking Roxanne too at the moment. Probably about here. Randy Orton, he might checkpoint. I don't remember where I said this, but I remember saying this for sure. Randy Orton is just coasting along right now, it seems like. Now, he might. I feel like because the storyline is there, if they want to go for it, the whole him versus Cody thing, I feel like he can get another world title, for example. But at the moment, I can't say in a while I've enjoyed like a Randy Orton match to a high level. And again, I like heel Orton more. So between that and him kind of not being around as much, I kind of just like, you know, I like and enjoy Orton. Rusev, let's get rid of this. I'm like neutral on Rusev. AJ Styles. Actually, you know what? I'm going to do this. I'm going to do AJ Styles and CM Punk so I can make a point here when it comes to me personally. So a lot of these wrestlers that were some of my all-time favorites, right now they're like so far past their prime and I'm not saying that they can't go anymore, but AJ Styles, for example, this guy's like one of my all-time favorite wrestlers, any promotion when it comes to in-ring. A lot of my favorite in-ring moments, moves, sequences, whatever, has been from like TNA AJ Styles, for example. Do we get to see much of that anymore? Not really. So there's that. On top of like, they got him what in the, well right now they got him teaming with Dragon Lee, which it's like whatever. But yeah, because they have a lot of my favorites, my all-time favorites not really doing much of anything, nothing too interesting. He's kind of just like here, which is how R-Truth is all the way the shit down here. Because this was another guy, he freaking loved this guy's in-ring work in TNA. Now, obviously, Ronkins was like 50 something. Like, if you're taking the bumps anyway, then, you know, give me an axe kick. But no, you're giving me a freaking 5-knuckle shuffle in a rabbit outfit. CM Punk. Oh, yeah, I was going to finish my point. I like heel CM Punk more, but similar to the Randy situation, it's not like I'm here for CM Punk's in-ring or something like this. So it's like, it just feels like I'm watching both these guys with limitations. Aleister Black. Probably top of not much care. Like, oh, they want Karrion Kross? We got Karrion Kross at home. Not to mention, where is he? Like, it has nothing to do with the 6-month feud that this has apparently have been. I did not know that was 6 months, by the way. But I know I do like Damian Priest. Am I right with his in-ring? Peak Damian Priest for me was probably Judgment Day. Mia Yim. At this point, I think she's kind of like fallen slightly, I'll say. Like, I like Mia Yim, but the only chance she had with the US title scene, it's like they, for whatever reason, struggle on how to get Mia Yim over. This should not be that hard. First of all, I'm glad she stopped doing that, or at least I haven't noticed it lately, that long back attack. Mia Yim could work as a character. This would come way more down to like storyline and booking than it is people having problem with like the character or like the in-ring, for example. It's mostly like a momentum thing. I like Natalya, respecting Natalya. Where can I put Natalya? I'll put Natalya about here. Again, this is a booking problem. Her, actually, no, wait, I forgot about her Natty stuff. I'll count that. Actually, you know what I would have liked? Instead of Natty working with Maxine Dupree, If Natalya as the natty character, which she doesn't like to bring on the main roster because she doesn't trust WWE with that shit. I can see her and Ivy being a good team, or like another student to go under Natalya. Anyways, I would want that as a heel though. If Natty's gonna be the natty character, that's what I'd want to see. Then you could do like Sharpshooter and Dragon Sleeper. Anyways, Maxine, how do I do this? I think I gotta put Maxine like here. I do like her, and I'm rooting for her. Like obviously, like she just suddenly just got put into this position. Yeah, I'll keep her here. Moving on. All right, so the returns of the previous era, AJ Lee and Nikki Bella. Let's start with AJ Lee. Now, was I hyped for AJ Lee's return after all this time? I wasn't as hyped as everybody else was, but it was good to see her back. I cannot say I was the biggest AJ Lee fan at any point or nothing like that, but again, it's good to see her back, so I'm okay with it. I think the era has passed her by as far as in-ring and shit like this. In-ring, outdated in my opinion. And the entrance music, same thing for Nikki Bella. That entrance music, jarring to hear. So Nikki Bella though, actually I think in-ring, Nikki Bella's actually kind of keeping up low-key. Like she can definitely do a mid-card thing. She can still hang enough to where it doesn't feel like she's in the wrong era or something, as much as this does from what I've seen so far. Which I don't know if that was always the case. Was Nikki Bella always better in the ring than AJ? Somebody told me. I don't even remember what the fuck. Because I was gone for some of that era, or not fully tuned in for some of that era. So Nikki Bella, I'd put about... Wait, is she even in this tier? Lately has been pretty good. Because again, she wasn't really around that much until that recent. I'll put her about here. El Grande Americano and Chad Gable. Fuck it. Chad obviously injured. I forget what his injury is. I think maybe he's going to be back soon. Chad Gable, I think I'll put him... And I guess since he was doing both at the same time, I guess it's got to be like right beside it. Lola Vice. We've had a few MMA girl characters. I think I like Lola Vice the most out of all of them. I like that dance that she does. I think it's before a hip attack. Lash Legend. I'm liking Lash Legend. If you need another feud between big women, the big women on the roster, as far as believability, you got Raquel, you got Lash Legend now, Jade, and Bianca as like your believable powerhouse picks. I don't know if I'm missing anybody, but yeah. I guess they like to do Rhea like that too. But yeah, I do like Lash Legend from the little that I've seen of her. I think I could put her about here. Julia, I've already been on this rant. I like Julia. Her booking is friggin' terrible. I can't believe they don't have the foresight to see or to learn from their mistakes even. I already know I like Julia. It's just they're not understanding. For example, the Kiana pair up. Kiana James is actually hindering Julia in my opinion. Julia has good enough English to not need Kiana. So first of all, there's that. And because she's with Kiana, now they're just making her that style of heel to where they're both team rocketing out here. But yeah, Julia does not need Kiana. I thought that pairing was kind of weird anyway, like off rip. I don't know much more about Kiana. I'm sure she's probably better on her own too, but at the moment, I've had not much care for her as a manager either. But back to Julia for a second. I can still have her here because again, I'm not one of these people that need the crowd reaction to be positive before I see potential in somebody or whatever. Like some people let that be their whole thing. They'll be like, oh my God, no pop? This person's trash. I don't like them. Like that's literally a thought process. It blows my mind that people think like that, but those people exist. This is not her fault again. She's got to be at least the top of here. Brock Lesnar, he's probably around here. In the ring, I'm kind of just looking out for the F5 at this point because I already know how it's going to go. It's going to be like German suplex, general beatdown, and whatever. Tiffany Stratton. I think I'm all right with Tiffany Stratton. I liked her way more as a heel. When I saw what she was doing in NXT before she got called up, before they quickly decided to turn her, because they wanted to just, I guess, turn her babyface that bad. It's like so forced. Lara Valkyria. I like Lara. Character, like, isn't... It's all right. She kind of just comes off like, I don't know, like an innocent girl. I don't know how else to explain it. Aside from this, it's not like she's like super bird lady as much as they call her that. But Bayley, I would say I'm invested in Bayley. Just don't job her out too much, and I think she'll be okay. Okay, John Cena. So I guess we can talk about the heel portion of what he was doing and the babyface portion. I was kind of like just neutral on him. Checkpoint. The heel turn itself, that had me hype because that was obviously a big deal. As soon as I saw the direction that they were going after that, like to wait all this time to do the heel turn, to not do anything fun with it, which again, oh, you're not supposed to like the heel. Well, too bad, because all these other heels I end up liking more than your faces anyway. So why not just give us better entertainment and set up a good program, and instead of dragging down the heel so that we like the babyface more, how about you bring the babyface up? But yeah, I'll leave him here. Actually, you know what? Based on everything that did happen, if I really cherry pick the few moments Okay, no, I'm tripping. Okay, so I guess this is like low-key the most I've kind of liked Cena for a while then. Which I guess makes sense because before my main problem with him is that he was just so fucking forced down everybody's throat. So him in the chamber was pretty cool. His interaction with CM Punk and all that, and just how he won that with Seth Rollins' help or whatever. So that was cool. The heel turn itself was cool. Seeing how he was going to be as a heel, I guess, was kind of interesting for the first couple of few weeks. And then once I saw they were not going to do anything with it, then that's when I was just like, okay, well, this is kind of stupid. Then obviously there's like the Travis Scott stuff. That shit I didn't actually hate as much as everybody else. The reason why people hated that is because I guess they were expecting The Rock. I guess my behind the scenes brain just kicked in and I saw that situation for what it was. If The Rock dipped out here, then it's probably because behind the scenes there's some kind of fucking movement. That's what it felt like. I think I talked about this, but it like basically felt like they went against The Rock twice and then he just like let them have it and it was like, okay, well, if you're not gonna not let me do anything, then I don't need to be here. Holy shit, is he actually this high? Yeah, I guess that's not that crazy. I'm acting like he's fucking up here or something. Cena could be here. Okay, who's left? Let's finish this off. Bianca been injured. Injured finger got her out for a million years. Apparently there's been like some complications with the healing or something. I wish they turned her heel. I think that would help her immensely. His crowd was starting to turn on her for the sake of Rhea, if we're being real. But I think I'll even put her here. Jade, I like Jade from AEW for sure. WWE, now that she's heel, there's a higher ceiling potential. Because she has no one to feud with, really, I think I gotta put her about here. Ilya Dragunov, I definitely look forward to an Ilya Dragunov match, especially depending on who his opponent is going to be. So he's probably about up here. Stephanie Vaquer, I like Stephanie Vaquer. I look forward. Not because of Devil's Kiss, but I do look forward to some Stephanie Vaquer in the ring and just her overall essence. I'm gonna start using that because Aura's like overused now. Yeah, I have her about here. Naomi, now before she got pregnant, yeah, no, absolutely. This was shaping up to be definitely by far her best character. And she was champ at the same time, like, because before this, as far as what people were calling the big three of the women, which was just a play on the whole big three of rap when it came to, what was it? Kendrick, Drake, and J. Cole or whatever. They just translated that into women's wrestling, and then it was Naomi, Bianca, and Jade. But during that whole time, the way how WWE was booking, Naomi was hella third wheel. But then when she finally like won by cash or whatever and introduced this character, immediate upgrade, level up. I was strapped in, ready for some new shit. And where we were going, I was seated, as the kids were saying now, or whatever the fuck. And then freaking Jimmy ass Uso goes in like, whatever. Last one, Gunther. Where'd I put Gunther? So this is post John Cena tapping out. And guess what, WWE? That does nothing to change my opinion on how much I like or hate the guy. Again, you cannot control me with, oh, you're supposed to hate the heel or whatever the fuck. You gotta start like drop kicking grannies and like pushing children downstairs or something if you're gonna actually like make me, as long as I know this is entertainment, whoever is more entertaining on screen for me, I'm gonna like. Gunther, actually, especially after winning, Gunther's actually been kind of funny on screen after that. Rubbing in AJ Styles' face, for example. To be honest, I actually do look forward to Gunther to see what he's gonna do next. Wow. Wait, hold on. Okay, I think I got Gunther about here. So, okay, holy shit. It's been 3 hours and 18 minutes for people that I don't know. So, if you notice me cutting like a fucking maniac, this is for your benefit, so you don't have to sit here, obviously, for 3 hours. So, you're welcome. Wow, Jey Uso really the only one down here. Holy shit. Again, it's not even like on a personal level. It's a mixture of the booking, how they booked him, how forced it was, essentially. It's like, this would have been a solid intercontinental level run, especially if it's 90% about the entrance for you. Intercontinental level would have sufficed. like I don't know how else to put this. That was so extreme. Anyways, and the fact that and the fact that Jimmy still hasn't got his, you could have done some IC US type shit. But yeah, this is my tier list. So give you a good look from the top. Asuka, because it was inevitable. Invested, I look for, starting with Naomi, ending with Penta. I like / enjoy, starting with Julia, ending with Sol Ruka. Neutral, okay, sure, starting with Drew, ending with Logan Paul. Not much care, starting with Aleister Black, ending with Dexter Lumis. And Jey Uso, again, I'm not attacking him as a person. I just thought, creatively speaking, whatever. I don't care to justify this any further. Isaac Thunder. It's been 3 freaking hours and 20 minutes. Anyways, we got it here.